What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about 5G rod angles for 70-18 rods. For those of you who don't know, 5G basically just means a pipe in a horizontal position. Before you start welding pipe, you have to understand that it's not like plate where you can just hit it with one rod angle and you're good. You're going to constantly be rolling your wrist, and you're going to keep up with the contour of the pipe throughout the whole weld, whether it's 2G, 6G, or 5G. For instance, if I'm starting off right here and it's burning good, I'm not going to keep that rod angle throughout the whole thing. You know, you're going to constantly move so the puddle's going good. And if it's burning good like this, on this side, that doesn't mean you're going to have the same rod angle on the top. There's like a sweet spot on a pipe for a rod throughout the whole weld. So, you know, you kind of want to memorize those sweet spots as you go. The easiest way for me to memorize those spots are to picture a clock. So you got 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Obviously the other side, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Then everything in between. You got 7, 10, you got 5, 3. So what I like to picture, 6 to 7, that's like my overhead position where I'm gonna have kind of an overhead rod angle. So picture it like you're doing overhead stringers on a plate. Basically, you know, coming straight, maybe tweak it a little bit, treat it like an overhead weld. Then once you start to get to about this 7 o'clock position, that's when you're gonna start treating it like a vertical weld. So 6 to 7 overhead, 7, start hitting it with a vertical weld, kind of a push motion to about 9 o'clock. Once you get to 9 o'clock, you should be around 90 degrees. That's when you wanna start treating this area on the top of the pipe like a flat weld. So you're not changing drastically. You know, if you hit 90, then turn immediately, you're gonna start long arcing. So when you get to about 9 o'clock, you want to start slowly rolling your wrist. You want to be about here with, 10 o'clock. And as you keep going to about 11 o'clock, you should be around here. And then by 12 o'clock, you should be about around this angle. So if you can memorize that throughout the whole pipe, that should definitely help you out. If you can just picture 6 to 7 o'clock overhead, 7 to 9 o'clock vertical, 9 to 12 o'clock, slowly start rolling your wrist until you hit 12. Basically, it's the same thing on the other side. Let's call it 6 to 5. It's gonna be your overhead. 5 to 3 vertical. 3 to 12. You're gonna slowly start rolling your wrist. You can memorize these rod angles throughout the whole pipe. It'll definitely help you out. Like I said, there's a sweet spot on a pipe when you're burning rods, especially in 5G. With 2G, you know, it's kind of lenient, but with 5G, if you're not hitting it in that right spot, it's not gonna be welding good. So I'm gonna go ahead and burn some rods and show you guys what I like to do. But yeah, just remember, picture a clock. If you picture a clock, memorize the numbers, memorize the rod angle for that number, should be good to go. So let me go ahead and burn some rods. All right, guys, so obviously in a 5G position, you're never gonna be comfortable. You're not gonna be, in a chair. You're gonna either be on your back or, squatting or on a knee. So when you're gonna practice this, go ahead and put it in a position where you're at least on the ground. So, you can challenge yourself or at least give you a taste of what it'd be like in the real world, because it might be hard at first, but the more you do something over and over again, it becomes less hard. So just remember that, and you'll always become better if you challenge yourself. So let's go ahead and start welding this out.